Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV's Craig Ferguson. Please stop clapping. I can't hear myself think. Well, it's late. People get sleepy. You know what I mean. It is a great day for America, everybody. Is it a great day? Actually, it is a great day for America. It's a fabulous, heartwarming day for America. Mary Cheney is pregnant. Did you hear this? It's true. Congratulations to Mary Cheney. Dick Cheney's lesbian daughter is pregnant. She is pregnant. Don't ask me. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But she is. She's pregnant. They made the announcement. I missed something at school, I'm telling you. Anyway, wait until Dick Cheney hears about this. There'll be a shotgun wedding. You mark my words. Shotgun. No, don't. So, congratulations to the Cheney family. Not such a great day for Eddie Murphy, who broke up, apparently, with Scary Spice. And she is pregnant, and he's not sure if he's the father, and it's a terrible mess. And I think I speak for everyone when I say, Eddie Murphy was dating Scary Spice? I thought Eddie Murphy was Scary Spice. I thought Eddie Murphy, after the Nutty Professor, he did the Spice Girls. He was all the different ones, and it was kind of like, Now, according to the reporters, Eddie is now living with his mother. But he's probably not. It's probably just Martin Lawrence in a fat suit. This is his Big Mama's House 3. You know, I can't keep track of Eddie Murphy any of that. I miss the good old days of Eddie Murphy when he was giving rides to transsexual prostitutes. That's what it was the only way I could get home some nights. Going my way, Professor? But listen, that is not actually the weirdest story in the news. This is the weirdest story I could find today. This is really bizarre. There was a guy who pretended to be retarded for 20 years so he could get disability payments. You hear about it? Look, it was all an act. He just pretended. Tom Hanks pretended to be retarded for Forrest Gump. He got an Oscar, so this guy should get something even higher than an Oscar. Maybe a Golden Globe or something. Or maybe even the hallowed People's Choice Award. Anyway, it's a great day for America. Not such a great day. Oh, actually, you know what it was a great day for? It's a great day for Norway as well. I feel I don't talk enough about Norway on the show. I love Norway. It's the thinking man's Finland with their... I love Norway with their fjords and their Norwegian wood. I love the Norwegian wood. You know, na 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 na. Isn't it good? Anyway, in Norway today, right, the Norwegian Supreme Court decided that stripping is an art. This means that strip clubs in Norway don't have to pay tax. You see. But I'm thinking that Norway must have a very low crime rate if the court's going to be discussing this kind of crap all day. But if stripping is now an art, then they will need art critics. I'm in. I am in. I'll do it. You know what they say? Those that can't do, teach, and those that can't teach, criticise. That's me. I'll criticise. If you see one stripper this year, make it Tiffany. She's the feel-good, laugh-out-loud stripper of the year. You'll be on the edge of your seat for 3.5 minutes or $20 a song. Why not? Do they have bucks in Norway? I don't know what they have. Would, probably. Well, they do now. But in America, we don't have time for all this, you know, stripping isn't it? Our courts have important things to think about. Like what happened today. This woman in South Carolina had her son arrested. 12-year-old son. He was arrested this week because he found his Christmas presents early and he was playing with them, so his mom called the cops. I'm not kidding. There's a headline. Look at that. Yeah. You know it's going to be awkward for this kid in prison, isn't it? I robbed robbed a bank and killed a guy. What you in for? I opened my Christmas presents early. And I'll do it again on my birthday. I don't play by your rules, man. I'm an outlaw. Christmas is a busy time for the police. They shouldn't be worried about locking up the kids. This is like calling the fire department when your coffee's too hot. It's like calling a lifeguard when you wet the bed. Good idea. It's happened again. Can you imagine fessing up one of your family for that, calling the cops on you? I would never give a family member up to the cops. The Unabomber, unless it was something bad, the Unabomber was turned in by his brother and his mother. But he was bombing people. He wasn't looking through the family closets. He was bombing people. And his mother's probably still very upset. You know, you sent bombs to complete strangers and I don't even get a Christmas card? You were in the post office anyway! I will never send you another hooded sweatshirt, young man! Apparently the Unabomber's mother is Scottish as well. Who knew? The plot thickens. I actually did get locked up a couple of times, but the first time I was 13 years old. I got locked. I got put in jail because I was drunk. I drank a half a bottle of what was called El Dorado South African fortified wine, which that's what it was. It wasn't it wasn't like a Napa Valley thing. It wasn't like. It wasn't one of those. It was one of those. Yeah, it's nothing to worry. It wasn't a Beaujolais or anything. It was a wine that you used to sell in Scotland. It's probably banned now because they're in the European Union. They'll be banned. But I drank this stuff and then I punched a policeman. I'm not saying I hurt the policeman, I punched him. I think I actually made him laugh. I think it was actually, aren't the kids cute? Aren't they lovely? Anyway, and I blamed the booze, of course. I was the Mel Gibson of my day. I also blamed the Jewish people, but it didn't work for me either. And you don't want to call a Scottish policeman sugar tits. That's just a word of advice if you ever get into trouble in Scotland. Anyway, I was 13. I got dragged to the police station, and another officer there, there's a small town I lived in, another officer there said, "That's Bob Ferguson's son, I'll take care of this." And I remember I was complaining because my handcuffs were too tight. I was like, "Oh, no, I don't like this. My handcuffs are too tight. My wrists are sore. Will you loosen these?" And the cop was like, "Certainly, son. And what kind of potpourri would you like in your cell?" I'm going there anyway because I have to heat up your jacuzzi and make your omelette. Anyway, after a few hours, they take me home and they say, "We found your son, Mrs. Ferguson." She's like, "I didn't even know he was missing." We go, "Yeah, he's And my dad worked the late shift. He didn't get home until 4 a.m, so I had to wait for my dad coming home. It was always a long wait. And when I got into trouble when I was a kid, it was all about, keeping the information away from my father. You know what I mean? It's like, "Mum, let's keep this contained. If Dad hears about this, it'll escalate, it'll go nuclear. We don't want to do it." And my mother would always do the spanking herself. My dad never hit us. My mother used to do it, which at a certain point gets embarrassing for both of us. Like, "All right, Mum, I've seen the error in my ways. Can I go back to my wife now?" And actually, it happened a couple of months ago. She was like, "How could you lose the Emmy to Barry Manilow? You dirty wee bastard!" She was very tough on us, my mother, but we were very tough on her too, because my dad worked the night shifts. We liked to terrify my mother because she was quite frightened when my dad was on the night shift. So when, she'd put us to bed and then she'd go and watch television or something, and then we'd creep down to her room and go to our bedroom and we'd make a body to put in our bed, like a jacket and stuff it with newspapers and a football head and a hat on it and everything. So that we'd hear her, we'd wait all night waiting for my mum to go to bed. She'd go to bed and you'd hear the It's fantastic. I mean, I'm glad it was that. I'm glad she didn't say, "Oh, hello, Mr. Wilson. I've always admired your football-shaped head." You know, once. Oh, let's just... No. Once, when I remember once walking into my parents' bedroom when they were doing something private. And I was like... my dad said, get out, we're making the bed. I said, wow, you're in the bed? You're making the bed?